number. But let me put the issues in their proper context. As you rightly said, since the sad events of last Wednesday, we've seen various videos and TikTok, so many things about various prophecies, some very, very scary. And by and large, a lot of them state that when they see these visions or get these dreams, they don't have any access or avenue by which they can communicate to those concerned or to government officials. We don't pick our calls, they don't have any access to us, they can't come to Jubilee House. So we have created this avenue for them to be able to direct those specific type of prophecies. And it's important that I state clearly that we are not saying that they should not prophesy. They have every right to prophesy in their churches publicly on any event that they deem fit. The only distinction is that we're saying that any prophecy or spiritual insight of a national nature, especially those with implications for high-profile political leaders, governance, and national security or public stability, should be channeled through these means. And I use an example in another country just for people to get a context. Imagine tomorrow morning we wake up and there's a prophecy that some man of God comes up in the States and says that the Air Force One is going to crash. I am sure if you know that there will be some interesting developments, if you know what I mean. So there's a biblical basis for what we are doing too. If you go to 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 20 to 21, the Bible says, do not despise prophecies, but test all things. So it's biblical that you should not despise, don't just throw it away, but you weigh it and assess it. Number one. Number two, the Bible says in 1 John 4:1 that we should test the spirits, and that not all spirits are of God. It's biblical. Number three, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 6, verse 12, that all things are lawful, but not all things are beneficial or permissive. So you may see the vision, you may have the prophecy and all that, but is it the way you communicate it? Is it going to be in the national interest? Is it going to cause fear and panic? Is it going to cause consternation? For example, we are in a period of mourning now, and people are saying that, oh, this is just the beginning. Many, many people are going to die. It's as if it's like, there's a problem somewhere. We must all be honest with ourselves. So this is an avenue for those who genuinely and sincerely really, really have seen things and they want to help, but they don't know how to go about it. A channel and an avenue has been created. There are seasoned men and women of God who understand this, who are gifted, they wait and assess it. I can tell you, and that there are some of the people who have given those prophecies. They're already being engaged behind the scenes. I can't mention names. So this is just to bring some sort of order so that we can all work together.
Okay. So now that, some of them, they're in church and sort of they speak without necessarily waiting for a certain time. Do they have, now that there is a streamlined way of going about this, do they still have the chance to speak to their church members, or they are restricted now that they must strictly abide by this once it concerns the nation or any national leader? It has to be controlled.
Okay, so again, we go to the Bible. The Bible is very clear on how these things should be handled. Okay, the Bible says that the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. I think it's in 1 Corinthians 12 or so. I'm not sure. Somebody can help me. But what it means is that when you're in a church, and when Paul was teaching, he said, you are in a church, somebody has seen a vision, somebody has a prophecy, somebody has a song. You must be able to control it. Otherwise, this person will be prophesying, this person will be singing, this person will be given a revelation or a vision. There will be chaos. So Paul says that the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So you must, and it is biblical. Again, the foundation is the Bible. You must have that self-control.
That's 1 Corinthians 14:32.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you very much, Madam Bible Scholar. So and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So God is not the author of confusion, 33, but of peace. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. So we are just appealing to them. That for me, it hurts me a lot when people are lambasting pastors and prophets as if they are all charlatans and coaches. It's not true. For every so-called one bad pastor, there are thousands and thousands of them that are doing great work. So I help and support missionary work. If you know what pastors are going through in our rural areas, in our rural communities, taking the gospel to the depths of this world is not a joke. So I will be the last people to condemn pastors and prophets. No, they're doing a great job under very difficult circumstances. But we must also not create the opportunity and avenue for people to unnecessarily lambast us. So we're saying that there has to be a certain order. We must exercise self-control. When you yourself, God has given all of us wisdom, realize that those prophecy, and again, using Air Force One as an example, I don't want to use Ghana because people have the tendency to misinterpret and misquote. I'm using Air Force One. You wake up and you say, Air Force One is going to crash. Believe me, many things are going to happen that day. So let's look at things from that perspective. It's not everything that when you see, you must say publicly. You can give a hint, okay? It's allowed. Let's use the wisdom. God is the source and author of wisdom. So the wisdom God has given us, let's use it and let's manage the situation, because unfortunately, what is happening is that this is rather denting the credibility of the church. That is the concern. This is rather denting the credibility. People don't even want to hear about pastors and prophets, and it's very painful. They don't want to hear, oh, just as if those people, they are all charlatans, So the thing that is meant to glorify God is rather now becoming a problem for all of us. So I am just appealing that it is in our collective interest as Christians. And we are not leaving out our Muslim brothers and all other things. But the reality is that it is mostly the Christian pastors and prophets who are on social media. So we are appealing to them. This is not to guard them.